What is up, party people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Cup Chasers Daily World Cup Edition. We got Anton in the house, and of course, my man Asif every single time. What's up, guys?
Doing good. Finally, after an entire week of waiting, got to see my three Lions play, and they didn't disappoint. So we'll obviously get into that, but yeah, I'm good.
No, they did not. No, they did not. Portugal did, however. We got Ronaldo, tears flowing very, very fast yesterday. Big up, Republic of Congo with a spirited performance. You love to see that. And of course, the three Lions shitting all over Croatia. What a game that was. You love to see it. The Ghana-Panama game threw up a little bit of some surprise for me. I thought Panama might have a little bit more of a clinical edge. They did not. Ghana getting that one. And then, of course, LUCHO. Luis Díaz leading the line for Colombia with a big win over Uzbekistan last night. And, of course, plenty more action coming down the line today. Should we start with Ronaldo?
Let's do it. I've got a lot to say about it.
Make sure you're liking and subscribing for Cristiano Ronaldo. Make sure you got the notification bell.
I think it's time to pop the bubble. It's time to pop the bubble of all the people who are still dreaming that Cristiano Ronaldo is supposed to make any impact in this tournament. We made a show. I left him off of the 26.
Yeah.
Right? This is why. Euro 2024, Cristiano Ronaldo made zero impact on that tournament. He did, in fact, miss a big penalty, though. When he had an opportunity to do it, he failed to do it. Like, Chris, this is the issue with... I think there's a difference, I think we've seen in the last couple of days, a difference between how Argentina has been able to maintain having Messi and how Portugal are actually being held back by Ronaldo. The difference here is that Argentina, their other 10 players understand this is our leader, this is our guy. If we just need to work a little bit harder, every one of us work like a little bit percentage extra to make up for the fact that he's not able to, do any effort off the ball, then let's do it. And they're Argentine. That's their nature. That's kind of their upbringing, In Portugal, it's like, doesn't matter what Cristiano Ronaldo's form is, because he hasn't been good for Portugal in a very, 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 very long time. I'm going multiple years.
That's fair.
He actually has not been good for, and yet he still has a divine right to start the game. This is such a waste. This is what I'm just going to say. This is such a waste of a great generation of Portuguese players. They literally have got one of the best midfields in this tournament. You've got the PSG duo, who obviously we know all about because they beat us in the Champions League final. You got the Premier League player of the season. But you also have got one of Serie A's most lethal attackers on the bench. He plays for AC Milan in place of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hey, pick up João Neves, by the way, the shortest man on the pitch, getting a header.
I think he's heading. He's underappreciated.
That was a hell of a goal.
He doesn't make any impact in the game. He doesn't make any impact in the game. The Portugal team just looks slow and lethargic, and I think it's got a big part to do with the fact that their main star is 41 years old. So when you are the star, you are the captain of the group, everyone just follows suit. So the rest of them just start, and when you play a dangerous game, you play a team like Congo, African team, who's always going to give you good energy, good effort.
Big up Yohan Wissa as well, man.
Points. Yeah, exactly. So
I didn't know Wissa played for Congo.
Well, I know what your thoughts are on Ronaldo. Receive Jake. I'll leave it to you. But to be honest, I think he got exposed.
Game. I don't know if you saw it. No one could get past the guy.
Wan-Bissaka, yeah, man. He was very good in that game. Absolutely. Yeah. So what are you telling me about Ronaldo, Asif?
They're carrying a passenger. Basically, it's like playing with 10 men. So. The guy there, Leo, when he came on, made a difference. Conce, Sal, he had a bit of pace as well, gave him a different option. They looked a bit, but
plays for Sporting, right?
Yeah.
Conce, Sal.
Oh yeah, he plays for Juventus now.
For Lazio, if I play.
He used to play for Porto.
Oh, that's right.
Porto, yeah, but his dad used to play for Lazio. I remember he was Sergio Conceição.
Yes, that's his dad. Yeah.
Well, I actually heard Igal make a good point. It was kind of what you were saying, Anton, that there's like a bunch of individuals on the Portugal team that want to be the next Ronaldo. And everybody in Argentina is like, F it, whatever. As long as Messi's around, we'll play second fiddle. But you got the likes of Leao, who doesn't want to be second fiddle.
That's why Leao doesn't play.
Bruno Fernandes probably doesn't want to be second fiddle. You know,
Vitinha is probably the best midfielder in the world, bar my boy.
I can agree with that.
You know, that's up to debate. But like, he doesn't want to play second fiddle.
No,
but he's more likely to do it. Him and Neves, they're more of the selfless type of just midfield engines. You know, like they play in PSG with all the players that they do there. I don't think that's the issue. But yeah, but the thing is, Jake, when your guy is at 41 years old, like in sport, you're supposed to be a meritocracy. And if you aren't if you aren't performing, I don't care if your name is Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't care if your name is Jake. Like if you're not performing, you're not playing. And there are kids growing up in Portugal who actually idolize the man, who want to be the man, and you're actually blocking their pathway. There's somebody who did not make the Portuguese team that probably thoroughly deserved to. I can give you an example of one, and I know I've gone on in some of these shows and I've said I think he's a bit overrated, but like Mateus Fernandes is wanted by everyone under the sun. He didn't make the Portugal team. Now, I know, different position, but there are 26 spots in a team, and you're given one to Ronaldo. So it's not about necessarily like for like, right? So just an example of a name. And I just think like, it's like, dude, it's time to hang it up. Like,
yeah. Definitely, man. I think that the Congo also are going to surprise some people. You definitely got to give them some respect for the performance they put in. And you love to see that, you know, that's what, you know, my buddy Brian was telling me, he's like, man, you love to see these smaller nations just going out there, fighting for the flag, fighting for the badge, knowing what it means to the fans in the stadium, you know, and even though it's like, oh, Congo are never going to go on and win the tournament or whatever, but just that performance and just to get that result, they're already loving life. They're already as happy as they could be.
I watched Nick's tears. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah,
and he had Congo pre-eliminated, and I watched that after knowing that they got a point against Portugal, and I'm like, Nick, what are you not learned from all the other things? Obviously, he's a casual watcher, so I'm gonna excuse him from it. But like, you not learn from all the other results throughout the tournament. That's been the theme of so far of this first round of matches.
Absolutely has. But Portugal definitely needs
exactly what it should be.
Oh, for sure, man. Portugal need to buck up their ideas, certainly, because it's not going to get any easier in that group. Uzbekistan and Colombia, of course, and they play Colombia last, so they need to in the third game. So they absolutely
32 points behind.
Cannot drop points to Uzbekistan. They can't put another stinker out versus Uzbekistan, or it could be lights out, because 2 points is not going to do it. It ain't good. I'm telling you right now, 2 points ain't doing it. So they need to buck up their ideas. But of course, the Three Lions, the England, we know and love. What's up, SC? Thanks for being here. Yes, what a game. What a performance. I mean, holy shit. What a game, dude. I can't even, like, all across the board. Croatia showed up. They played well. England showed up. They played well. Kane getting on the score sheet. Saka with an assist. Rice with an assist. We're scoring from corner kicks. Set piece FC, baby. Love it. Love it. What are you guys thinking?
I'll save it. I talk too much, but I'll get to where I want to get to afterwards. I'll let Steve get into it. You live in England, obviously, so.
Jude, great game as well.
Bro, yes. Jude Bellingham. I thought he could have got man of the match without even a goal. Or he got the third goal, didn't he? Yes.
Yeah, I think he justified his inclusion over Rodgers. I thought Medweke was running at him. I know he caused him problems. I'm not saying he had a really. I know you mentioned Medweke before the game, Jake, but I thought he had a decent game. I thought he caused him problems.
He did.
That side.
He did. Give him his props. He did.
And Gordon, I think he had a better game than Gordon. Personally, I think that's what I.
Gordon was a ghost.
I think Gordon was the 11th ranked out of 11 England players.
I thought Rashford when he came on, he did a lot. Yeah, he did much better on that side. I thought,
dude, Rashford's cornrows, bro. What?
I love it. I like it.
I thought
it.
O'Reilly did well. He wasn't attacking as much, but I think he played well. I thought the middle of the park we should have closed down for those goals, for that, especially that second one when but that was a I thought
Did that finish though from Musa? Was that the first goal for Croatia? That finished from Musa? Holy hell!
Yeah, that was the first, and but I thought the closing down in that middle of the park, there was like a little space between the defense and the midfield where they kept exploiting for those goals. So I thought that's something that we will probably have to work on going forward.
Baturina was the first one. Musa was the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big up Baturina from Como, by the way. Out in Como.
That was a cracking goal, though. I'll give him that. And then, yes, we had an embarrassment of riches. I actually saw that bench and I was like, wow, we've got a proper decent bench. Saka came on, did well. And I think he should be eased into the tournament. I think Medvedev did well. So if nothing goes wrong, we should keep him as an option till he gets, this Achilles. You don't want him to rupture his Achilles, especially you guys.
I mean, do you think they should just go with that, with what they did as the strategy, as to let Nani tire the left back out, let him run at the guy, and then bring Saka on when homie's tired?
And I think that should be the game plan till we hit the knockouts, and then when Saka's ready, we should unleash him for the knockouts. That's my thing on it. But everyone's got a different opinion. I think we'll do well on this. I wasn't after those two goals that Croatia was pegging us back. I thought Croatia could have got something out of this game. That was what I was thinking at half time. But credit to the lads that came back, rode back, and they caused some problems. But I thought on the ball, especially when they were pressing us, I thought they were causing the defense problems. Especially in the first half of the game when they were pressing us, and then he did that little tactical shift where after the hydration break, where basically he got free at the back and he pressed us up. I thought that was a good tactic from the Croatians, and I thought but after that he didn't. I thought he saw Tuchel saw through it, made some tactical adjustments as well. So I thought that was pretty good. And I thought brilliant performance. I wasn't expecting the scoreline. I thought maybe it'd be 3-2. I wasn't expecting 4-2. So
I want to dig in on comparing Rice to Anderson and how they were used, and I thought that Anderson was phenomenal. I thought he played very well. Was everywhere, and it was really it's so interesting to me that, because of Arteta, Rice is now like this forward bombing, super high up the pitch kind of 8 style that I like. Okay, for me, what it is, by the way, I like that
Tuchel left him, allowed him to do it for England, because usually, with Southgate, you would have one version of Rice, and then you see him with an England shirt, and you'd be like, well, he's not really allowed to kind of like do much. He's restricted to doing 1 or 2 or 3 different things on the pitch. It's good to see allow him to have that kind of free space to roam like he does with us. It's good.
It's interesting because, I've said in the past on this show and others that I think that Rice is a better 6. But here's what the conclusion I've finally come to, and you can laugh at me, Asif, if you want to on this one. But for me, Rice is a better 6 and a better 8. So as a coach, how are you going to get the best out of your team, the best total out of your team? And so Anderson in a vacuum, his best position in the England team is in the deeper position as a 6. Okay, maybe Rice can do that role better in general, but in this team, he needs Anderson to do that role because Rice is also better at the role Rice is in
Rice the
than Anderson
to be able
is.
To go and do other things.
Absolutely,
I think
it works
Rice
great.
is a bit of a chameleon, chameleon. If you put him in a team, I just said that just on purpose, just to be funny.
He's a chameleon.
Chameleon. That's where did I get that from? Anyway, It was from some TV show.
That's funny as hell.
I think it's from How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, yes, it is. I love that show.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
They got Ted Mosby.
If you play Rice, so for instance, you saw what Arteta did towards the back end of the season. You put Miles Lewis-Skelly in there. Miles Lewis-Skelly's strengths are as an 8. So that's when he put Rice into the 6. And Rice excelled tucking in between Gabriel and Saliba and creating kind of an extra third defender in there and allowing the platform for kind of Odegaard. Eze and a Miles Lewis-Skelly, Odegaard sometimes, but Eze and Miles Lewis-Skelly in that lineup that was doing really well for us, that kind of wrapped up the title. More freedom to kind of do their thing. And here's the other way around. When you play him with a good, strong 6, and this is more the Rice that plays with Zubimendi version of Arsenal, then, Anderson enables Rice to do all the stuff he can do, bomb forward, be an 8, and I think it's effective. That gives Tuchel the tactical flexibility to do like what he did. I think he could do it in the reverse. So in this game, because Rice is carrying a back injury, he took out Rice for Morgan Rogers and played Rogers and Bellingham basically in an Arsenal-like system as 2 8s, right? But you could also go vice versa. You could pull Anderson off, you could drop Rice deep, and you can do the same thing. So, that's why Declan Rice is such. This is why for me, I don't know why I got to watch them today in back-to-back games, Vitinha and Rice. Rice for me is a much more of a dynamic player. He could do so much more different things than Vitinha. He's more powerful. He's quicker. He's stronger.
You're not going to see Vitinha dribble past 4 dudes in the midfield. Now, Rice might power past everybody in the midfield, but Vitinha ain't doing it.
Yeah. Let's see, he's an all-action, everything midfielder. That's why when people say, "Oh, I don't rate Declan Rice," what does he do? He's boring. You're not watching him enough. You're not understanding or appreciating the sport. You're not understanding, what are other midfielders in the world doing? Asif has had a player at his club named Steven Gerrard, did a lot of the same stuff. But, you know what I mean? So you need to be able to see a player like that to really, truly understand and appreciate what he brings to the table. For me, so
yeah, for me, man, I think the who's gonna be in front of Rice and Bellingham, that debate is dead. It's over. It's done. Bellingham just came. No, I'm just saying. Jude Bellingham just came in and said, "This is my shirt. This is my spot. Ain't nobody getting in front of me." What a performance! What a performance from Jude Bellingham, man. He was for me, he was man of the match. I know, obviously, Kane got it from FIFA or whatever because of the goals, because of the whatever. He's
Rice
the main
could
man.
Easily have been as well. The influence that Rice had on that game before he came off, first off the corner, that shot that he took to hit the post, everything. I felt like Rice was the one that was driving the team forward and got them going at the beginning of that second half. He was all over it. He was everywhere. So I think there were a few people who I think were, candidates for it.
All right, Asif, I'm going to ask you something here. We got Mbappe on 14 goals. Of course, we got Leo Messi on 16 goals. Harry Kane, 10 goals. And he's going to be playing Ghana and Panama in the next 2 games, who I don't know if you watched that game, but, and so there might be a couple cricket scores incoming. Could Harry Kane? He only needs 6.
That means 1-0 England.
No.
Every time you start doing that, England will never, ever, ever do that. It'll be 1-0.
Just from their coach, you know who Ghana's coach is? Quiros.
Fabio Cannavaro, absolutely. Or was that the Uzbekistan coach?
I thought it was John Asamoah.
No. Was I wrong? No. Is Cannavaro's the Uzbekistan coach? I got that wrong.
Yeah. And he's they coach.
Wasn't Asamoah John? I thought Asamoah John was the manager of Ghana.
No, Carlos Quiros is the manager of.
That's right. It's Carlos Quiros. Yeah.
The guy Howie how he sets up his teams, they're going to be hard to break down. They're always are. And I know he hasn't had that much time in the job, but you could tell from yesterday, and he's going to have a game plan for England. He used to. I don't know if you guys remember. He used to play. He used to coach under Alex Ferguson as well.
He's coached everywhere, man. He's like 80.
Yeah. So his teams are always like, blocks. So I'm not expecting a cricket score against Ghana. Panama, that's a different thing.
I don't know, man. Panama are the better team. Panama are better than Ghana, if you ask me. Can't tell if Panama were good or Ghana were poor, but it was a close game.
More open, I think that would, if they play
Panama were a bit more open. Yeah.
There would be a bit more of a game. But yeah, with Ghana, it's a lot more.
What's up, Ali?
I wouldn't get too thing on that.
You're not getting gassed.
Mbappe is going to feast the next because he's my golden goose.
The thing is, Mbappe and Haaland actually play each other, which is going to be such a good game.
That's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. Absolutely. But yeah, man, I think that England, that's a great result, especially against the toughest team in the group. As far as Croatia are concerned, I think they're going to be just fine. They definitely got a good setup.
Again, go back to you saw Ghana against Panama. Like that's the next two opponents as well.
Exactly. Panama missing their best player, says SC. Yeah. My money was actually on Panama last night.
Well, Ghana were missing the Partey as well.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
But I thought that in that game, I thought that it was I had my money on Panama, and I thought they played well. Like you said, they are a bit more open. But I mean, yeah, it was a bit of a brutal watch, that one. Not as much quality, especially when juxtaposed right next to the England-Croatia game. So it was.
And then between England and Colombia. So, but I wanna say one more thing because I feel like I need to do the honest thing, right? I really doubted Thomas Tuchel before the start of the game. Jake knows that. Yeah, I had a bit of an experience like the Arsenal match day experience with England, where I woke up, I saw the lineup, and I was pissed.
Yeah. I'm used to that.
Now I understand Noni Madueke starting. Yusaka's got Achilles tendonitis. All Arsenal fans know that's been going on for a long time. England fans are now getting up to speed on what we've kind of known for a while. But it was Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon. Leaving Mark Gahey out of the starting 11. I was like, "What are you doing?" By the way,
he's got a little niggle, doesn't he?
Maybe
he's got a little groin thing. Yeah.
All right. So
7th in the Prem, says Ali.
Yeah.
With Kane at the front, they're only going to get 7th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't score against Willie and Gabriel. I get it.
It's time to admit, we all looked at that lineup and we were all like, huh?
Yeah.
But like, I even said, guys, seriously, I think it came off the back of the Trevor Chalobah call-up as well. Look, let's be honest. England still do have a little bit of a problem, and that is, can Reece James played 90 again today, I believe. Can Reece James play 90 for 8 games?
No.
Has he ever done that for ages?
There's no way.
He's the dude's made of glass. And so knowing that would happen, you're not going to give me a proper right back.
Like, especially if you're going to be pushing Reece into the midfield where he's going to have to work harder like they did in that game.
Like Chelsea have a gusto. We don't have we got plenty. You got Trents. You got
Dude, Lewis Hall is the answer. Lewis Hall is the answer.
Lewis Hall, Miles Lewis-Skelly, any of them.
Miles, yeah.
I even went back this far. I know this might give people PTSD. Call up Kyle Walker. Call up Kieran Trippier. I'd rather have them than Trevor Chalobah.
Experience, yeah.
And they're right backs. Maybe look, they've all gone on their holidays, as Terry was saying yesterday, and they've probably gained a few
they're
pounds
all drunk, yeah,
or something like that. I don't know, or maybe that's come into an equation, and Chalobah's kept himself fit. But that part of it was like, so I think I was already on edge because of that. And then he saw the lineup. I'm looking for reasons to be upset. Maybe I don't know. I'll admit, but I thought England today, one thing I was so impressed, or last night, I guess for you, Steve, one thing I was so impressed with is that he's actually, unlike the Southgate team, and I was actually at one point said, hey, you know what? Why do we get rid of Southgate?
You did ask me that. You did put that in the chat, yeah.
But once the game kicked off and you're starting to see that the players are given the freedom to express themselves. Now, are they good defensively?
No, he didn't give Pickford the two. he was giving him a so he was giving him a
I mean, the keeper doesn't have to express himself. What else does he do?
Pickford's going to express himself whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
Tuchel,
you know what I mean, though.
Tuchel gave him a right to get
but like Oswell implementing the the strength of his players. He let Rice take the corners. That worked really well. That created danger. And by
big up the Arsenal haters, by the way. Big up the Declan Rice haters who celebrated the England goal, but are mad when he does that for Arsenal. Yeah, big up you guys.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I love a set piece goal. I was watching some people say, "Oh, you set piece again, ole ole." Said somebody who has been criticizing. I'm not going to name names, but criticizing.
Big up all the haters. Big up all the haters out there.
But you know what it is, though. This is what people. Now you guys are going to know what it's like to be see it from our point of view. When you are really good at something, like really good at corners, you fucking love it. You become obsessed with it. You want to see more of it. You know it's a tool that works well.
But England,
when you look from the outside, it's not sustainable. They're never going to do it. But we know it's sustainable because the delivery is always good. Now, whether the teammates are good enough to finish it off, but he has Harry Kane, who is one of the best strikers on the planet Earth. And that goal, he's the perfect person to put it into right there. Like that was money. I actually called you can ask my girlfriend. She was next to me on the couch. I'm like, this is a goal. Right,
let's be fair though. Let's be fair on that corner kick. Croatia not marking Harry Kane on a corner kick. Like, what's the next level after criminal? That's just like what? That's like fatal. Jake, like, what are you doing?
Question for you, just as being an Arsenal fan and having watched this game, probably going for England as well, because I know you picked us to win the tournament.
Of course.
How many times before the corner has been taken, you're like, this is going in? Before,
you
don't even know the trajectory, whatever. Like, if you're like, this is going in, and it just happens.
I mean, because I just know it's not even like I know. It's like I expect the delivery to be right on point. And I've said it all season, like you just said. We're great at corners. It's not because Gabriel has a giant Harry Maguire forehead. No, we're good at corners is because every single ball is on the keeper's face every single time. We do not miss a delivery, and that's why we score so many corners.
And it's not even just Rice. It's not even just Rice. Saka, when Saka takes them. By the way, guys, yesterday Norway was playing, and Odegaard, it's been about 2-3 years since he's taken a corner for Arsenal. Some reason Madueke is the one taking him when Saka's not on the pitch. I don't get it.
And then
but money's on the delivery. He takes one for Norway.
It was the only one. He took 7 corners in that game, and that's the only corner that was from the right-hand side where Odegaard takes it, and it was right on the money.
It's not a coincidence.
Let
these guys Arsenal fans here glazing.
Let's draw this back from the Arsenal glazing, because this is a World Cup show, of course. But yeah, England definitely looking strong after that performance, and after that Ghana-Panama game. Honestly, I know, like you just said, I shouldn't be doing this, but if England don't smoke both of them, like, the only reason they won't smoke Panama probably is because it'll all be said and done, and Anthony Gordon will be leading the line, and everybody will be resting because you'll all
probably be Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins. But you know what?
There you go. I would rather either of them. But Anthony Gordon.
Hey, there are a few Arsenal players who didn't start today who I expect to start against Panama.
Eze needs some time, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
I want Eze to get a World Cup goal, that's for sure.
Get future Arsenal player Morgan Rogers, start.
There might be some rotation in the final game, depending on.
I actually agree with this 1,000,000%. How does Madueke suck at crossing and his final ball? Do you train with Arsenal? Like, are you there? Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? England is a level above Arsenal. I mean, maybe. I don't know if I agree with this.
I actually hate doing this because I love them both. But England haven't won a major tournament since 1966.
I don't know that England. I don't know that England could beat Arsenal. That's I don't think
I think
many
Arsenal
international
I think
teams.
Arsenal would beat England. We've got look at the
I think
players.
Arsenal. I think Arsenal will probably win the World Cup, but also you could say that about a lot of club teams. I personally think club teams are far superior than international.
Oh,
teams.
you could, yeah, easy.
Absolutely. But yeah, player for player. That well, yeah, on paper, player for
first of all,
player.
this England's defense sucks. Like I'll tell you this much: Terry hit the spot. I super chatted in on his show. He literally, when he said it on Straight Facts, he was like, England's attack is like Arsenal. So sometimes we'll struggle to break down a low block, and you don't know how many goals you can score 4 or you can score 1, right? The defense is like Manchester City. We're susceptible to the counterattack. Anybody could score against England at any time. And it only made it worse when you dropped your best center back and you're starting a pairing of John Stones and Konza. So that's why
maybe
Arsenal
that's just
would
to
beat
let
England.
Gahey
But
rest.
I hate doing this experiment, to be honest, because I like both, and they'll never play each other. But
Yeah. I don't agree that. Let's see. In and we're getting way off track here, but in club ball, in the Champions League, in the Premier League, it's way more about being a team. In the World Cup, it's about individuals stepping up. That's why Ronaldo's getting all this shit, is because the individuals from all the other teams are stepped up. Messi, Haaland, etc. Ronaldo didn't step up. That's what the World Cup's all about. That's why people can make their career in a World Cup, because it's about individuals. League games and a long 38 league game season is about being able to play as a team. What's up, Prague? Long time no see. Glad you're in the building. Yeah, that's exactly, Ali. That's why Argentina, because they all just feed the beast. They all just feed Messi. We all have one singular goal, and that's why they're going to be really.
But they're really also, as I said earlier, they're willing to go into the game knowing I have to put maybe instead of 100%, 110% to make up for my captain.
Absolutely, 100. I agree 100%. All right. There was one last game that we haven't spoke on, and Colombia. Luis Díaz leading the line, getting it over the line for Uzbekistan, against Uzbekistan, I should say, who made their debut. Yeah, I can agree with this. As an aside, yes, Congo kind of bullied Portugal there a little bit, and that's probably where Portugal going to struggle. Just took
Congo for granted, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I think again, it's happened so much in this tournament. These teams come in here with like all this. Oh, hey,
that Iberian arrogance, man. That Iberian arrogance on full display.
But how could you
both Spain and Portugal?
World, what I don't get is like I don't care what level of opponent you're playing or how good you are. It's the first game of the World Cup. Get excited, get stoked. I've been waiting for a week. You say like to play. Come on, give it your. No, it's Ronaldo, man. It's Ronaldo.
I agree 100%. And Colombia definitely did not make that mistake. They were up for it. They were energetic. Excuse me. And I think that Uzbekistan were up for it as well. You could tell by the fact that they didn't just sit in and park the bus like I expected to. They did try to get forward at times. Rodri's assist to Messi was absolute madness. I don't understand that one. But anyway, yeah, man, I had Luis Díaz as the man to make something happen in that game. And he certainly did. He certainly did. I thought that, again, I didn't get to watch it all because I passed out and I fell asleep. But from what I did see, I thought that James played okay. And I thought that he definitely had an impact on the game. But what were you thinking, Asif? Did you get to watch this one, or have you seen the highlights? I know it was probably like 4 a.m.
I watched it, yeah. I watched a little bits and bats. Yeah, I watched little bits and bats. I'm not going to lie. Lucho, he was causing them problems. It was the movement as well. And yeah, they got themselves back into it. That defense is gettable. Colombia's defense, it's not watertight. So, and I've mentioned it before. But going forward, they are good. So, and they proved it yesterday. So I can see them causing problems. I can see them getting out of that group, especially after Portugal's result. They're not going to be taking Congo lightly, especially now. So they'll, I think they'll do well. I think there was a lot of passion in there. There was a lot of, I expect them to at least qualify to the next round. I'm not saying they're going to win it, I don't think. Yeah, I don't
I
think
am.
so. But I think it's always
Colombia to win the World Cup? Oh, the group, the
They
group.
always
The
one of those
group.
entertaining teams. They support us as well. Great sets of fans. They like the Scottish in that respect. So,
I mean, how can you not think Colombia are going to win that group when you put those two performances next to each other?
no, I
think
think
you have to wait and see how
Portugal,
they play the Congo. I think that's what it
Yeah.
come down to. And of course, they play each other.
Yeah, I think that will be a totally different game, and I think with Congo will have their chances. They're going to be physical. I'm not saying Colombia can't play that way, but that's going to be a different style of game. So
It's going to be a fast game. It's going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. A lot of speed on display in that one. Definitely going to be fun. I like that blue jersey from Colombia too. It was a nice kit.
Exactly. They got like possession wise, they were like quite similar in regards to was it Portugal had like 75% and Colombia had like 70 something as well. So, but they made it count. So,
but yeah, like you said, I agree. They do look a little bit. Colombia did look a little bit on the counterattack a couple of times. So that's why I'm thinking
Yeah, that could play into Congo's hands a little bit. So I wouldn't count. Yeah, I still think Portugal they're not totally out of it, but I do think I agree. Then adjustments need to be made for the next match. And Ronaldo, I wouldn't. I'd pray Leo. He should be one of the people on the team sheet if they're gonna.
One thing that I haven't heard anyone speak on when it comes to Portugal is that Roberto. I know everyone's talking about, are they going to win? Are they going to win? Is Ronaldo going to do this? Ronaldo that? Roberto Martinez, like, he's not awesome, man. He ruined Belgium's golden generation. Like, how come he needs to catch? I think he needs to catch some of the flack. Maybe it's because Martinez refuses to bench Ronaldo. I think he needs to make a huge decision and bench Ronaldo.
Dude, bench him.
He won't do it. But I think he's a problem there as well.
The only issue is, and this is the one defense I'll make of it, is it's not as if Portugal have developed a bona fide good striker outside of Ronaldo. Like, you got Ramos in there, maybe.
I like Goncalo Ramos. I do. I like him, but he plays second fiddle. But the problem is.
He doesn't start at his club either.
But yeah, because he's behind Doué and Dembele and monsters.
Maybe the answer is right there for you. You don't need a recognized striker. Just put Leao in. Do what PSG do. Play three. But, we've had this conversation about Dembele. I know he's putting up great numbers playing through the middle, but he's a winger, right? By trade, he's been playing in there. There are three wingers up front. Same thing you can do with Portugal. In fact, Vitinha and Neves will be familiar with that, and it's something that's worked. Mendes will be familiar with something like that as well. So just drop it. I imagine, I'm telling you right now, you take Ronaldo out of the team and put Leao in there, all of a sudden you've got this blitzing pace. They improve dramatically.
They improve dramatically if they do that.
I agree with Anton with that. With like the PSG team interchanging of positions and make it harder for them to lock down as well. And they look much more. Ronaldo's more static. He was in the box, so he was easier for the Congo players to pin down yesterday. That's why I thought there was no.
And not just that, Bruno's used to playing with like Cunha and Mbumo at Manchester United, and like so it plays into the strengths of all of the Portugal players. Just get him out. He just does not fit with the rest of the squad. It's moving past him. Yeah.
Prague says Ronaldo should leave football before football leaves him. It's time to go.
He could do his thing in Saudi. It's fine. He could do his thing in Saudi, right?
Yeah. I don't mind it, of course. But yeah, enough Ronaldo glazing. There is plenty of more action coming at us today as Prague's letting us know here. Czech Republic are going to beat South Africa. South Africa were horrendous in that first game. They're now without their captain as well for this game. I don't expect South Africa to be able to do anything.
South Africa is one of the worst. After seeing everybody play at the World Cup, South Africa was one of the worst teams I saw in playing match day one.
I think it's win to nil. I think if we're doing bets, and remember to gamble responsibly, people. I don't see South Africa scoring against that Czech defense. Czechia was one of the teams that looked most like Arsenal as far as a defensive, methodical approach to the game. And I think that they're going to beat South Africa today.
I think Schick might have a huge game.
Patrick Schick, yeah. 2-1 to the Czechs, says Ali. Yeah, I just think the way these teams set up and the way they compare against one another, I think Czechia is going to be a bit too strong.
Probably similar to Mexico game, I say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against the South Africans, of course. I enjoyed the 2010 World Cup, of course, but they need to buck up, man. They absolutely have to figure something out. That 5-3-2, man, like 4 minutes into a World Cup, you can see that South Africa have the deepest of deepest low parked the bus blocks. First Mexico, who aren't like the most prolific scorers in the world. So if they pull that versus Czechia, it's going to be a boring game is what it's going to be.
I'm just looking
to be honest.
To watch Quinones play again, but we're going to get into that one as well.
Yeah.
That's the game of the day. He was electric in that first game.
That's absolutely the game of the day. So we'll touch on that one at the very end. Switzerland and Bosnia-Herzegovina, another team that needs to buck up their ideas. Switzerland, maybe it was the heat. They thought that they were good to go versus Qatar after getting that goal to go ahead, and they just shut off. Yeah, exactly, 100%. They just shut off after that. They can't do that versus Bosnia.
I feel like a lot of those teams, though, I mean, you would hope for their sake, would have learned from their match day ones that they're not going to necessarily. I think, obviously, you're never going to take that first one as a reflection and say the second one. I think you say some of these teams will adjust and they will have learned. If they have good coaches, they would have learned from match day one. So I expect Swiss to come out.
Yeah. And they have it. It's there. It's there for them. They have the attacking power with the likes of Mbolo. And I mean, they obviously let Granit Xhaka run things. It was a mentality issue. It was okay, we're good. We've got the goal. Let's chill. Qatar aren't going to do anything. And exactly, fair play to Qatar, and I've recognized this in a few different games. Qatar were like, at the beginning of the game, Qatar were like, oh shit, we're the lesser of the teams. We need to really be worried about them coming forward. And then as the game went on, Switzerland just didn't do that. And so Qatar were like, okay, if you guys are going to do this and not take us seriously, we will come out. And they came out and they got their goal, deserved. And and I think if Switzerland approach it like that again, Bosnia will have something for them. Because we didn't see Dzeko in the first game, so he might get some minutes in this one.
I agree.
Any thoughts on that one, Asif?
No, I agree with you. Since I just think the heat may be a played factor, like you mentioned, in that first game.
It's going to be again, unless they close the dome. Do you think it's at SoFi? So do you think they'll close it?
The dome isn't really open at SoFi. It's a glass ceiling.
It's always closed. Sure, okay. Yeah. Sure. So that should be fine. Yeah.
I know I'm an LA boy,
but I think they're not going to be taking Bosnia lightly. I don't think so. Not compared to what they show against Qatar. So I don't think it would be.
Yeah, I agree. SC, we were discussing how Switzerland is probably going to up the levels against.
Guys, I actually like hydration
Bosnia.
breaks.
I do as well.
I actually like it. By the way, everyone thinks it's all about America and the commercials. Here, I'm seeing it in Australia, our coverage. They're taking advantage of it too. Oh, look, welcome to the Macca's, whatever, quarter time break or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called.
Telemundo isn't doing that though. Break. Telemundo isn't cutting away to commercials,
So you get to see what they're doing the whole time in the 3 minutes.
You get to see them. Yeah.
Do they need to be like already walking towards lining up before the 3 minute timer goes off?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Are they waiting? Because I just see the come back and they're kicked and they're already kicked back off, or they're throw in or whatever, right? So you don't see them kind of lining up, getting ready for,
Yeah, it definitely does break the player.
How much of it are they actually drinking water or
Right.
Powerade or whatever.
It's like they've been saying on Fox. They've cut the game into quarters. Is what they've done.
By the way,
Because
I don't know, maybe it's the Americanisms. I do it in my head anyway when I'm hate watch, not when I'm watching Arsenal play because I get into it, but like when I'm watching Manchester City play and I'm hate watching, I'm like, okay, we're quarters of the game, it's 0-0. Like it's just I mark it in my head as like a coping mechanism. It's good to see it actually officially marked.
No, but I think the coaches are using it as to get the a mini half time and then getting the.
But also
like
the football is
regulation.
like James was saying it. The football is better. When you actually get that 3-minute breather to go out and drink, you know, especially when you're working hard, you're playing a low. The football is better. Argentina, for instance, they're working so extra hard for Messi. They get 2 hydration breaks in the middle of that. It works, helps them. It does wonder.
It sometimes can be unfair to the person, the team that's on top at that time, because then they're in their ascendancy, and then they after that hydration break, that's like starting from scratch again. So.
it definitely breaks up. It definitely breaks up
Well,
the.
you can say the same thing as with the halftime. So
Yeah. It definitely. I think it definitely kind of gives a little bit of a reset. Of course, hate to see it become a thing, says Ali.
but do you know what I do want to see become a thing in European football? The better use of VAR.
Oh
The
man, I
use
think
of
they're killing
VAR
it.
in this tournament is being amazing.
They're
By the way,
crushing
big
it.
up back to the England game. Big up Trossard's dad. He
Yes.
was sensational today.
I think.
I
Yeah, I
was
think the
yelling-
refereeing has been fantastic.
I was yelling for there to be an offside call at the end of the half when on the Musa goal, and he afterwards, you know, he said nope, and I'm like, okay, cool, you're right,
Yeah.
got it done. That's it, no arguing, you know.
I think that I think the refereeing has been on the level, of course, in this tournament. Another team that needs to step it up from their first performance, Canada, hosting Qatar in Vancouver. Another home game for the Canadians, of course. Why wouldn't they be playing in their own stadiums? That makes sense. What's up, Mom? I like the dehydration
It's
breaks
not
for me,
Trossard's dad.
but feel they change the dynamic. That's 100%. It's 100%. They do change the dynamic of the match. That is absolutely
you
certain.
guys don't realize this, right? Whenever we have the World Cup, it's like the quarterly annual general meeting. This stuff will be now going across club football. I promise you. And we did the spray of the white spray introduced in 2014 World Cup in Brazil. It's been there ever since. You know what I mean? The disappearing spray. Like this VAR was introduced. I think what it was originally 2018 World Cup. Like this is just what happens. They use the World Cup to field test all of their new rules, and then it gets applied across the game. So
Absolutely. Well, we're running over here, so let's go ahead and keep it moving. Asif, what you telling me about Canada versus Qatar?
I think the Canadians should have because it's at home. I think they have a bit of a slight advantage. I'm not saying it's going to be, but I could see this being a draw as well. So I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's something. I expect a low scoring game.
Yeah, I think Canada might struggle a little bit. Yes, David was very poor in the first match. He absolutely needs to pick it up. David, I should say. Definitely needs to pick it up. But Qatar will 100% be boosted by that first game. And I think they might have something for the Canadians. So I think that'll be a better game than we may have expected when we first saw it on paper. But the best game of the day, another one of the hosts, Mexico and South Korea, both winners in their first games. This one's going to be back and forth. This one's going to be fun. Of course, it's in Guadalajara, so in front of the home fans for the Mexicans. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely both teams to score, at least.
I think the games I'm looking forward to both are Canada and Mexico. Actually, I disagree with this. I think Mexico is gonna have their first World Cup win. I think not Mexico, Canada. But
Canada's gonna get a win today. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they will. But on Mexico, as I was saying, looking forward to watching Quinones play. Unlike Portugal, Mexico moved on. Like you had the assumption that Ochoa would be starting between the sticks. It's become Rangel because, hey, look, there's a keeper who is better than Ochoa right now. He gets the start. That's just the
Rangel
way it
was
works.
the keeper of the season. He got the award for keeper of the season in La Liga, in MX, Liga MX in Mexico.
Liga MX, exactly. So yeah, I love the way Mexico played in that opening game. The crowd is absolutely phenomenal. Like it's so hard to beat Mexico in Mexico. So
Yeah. Well, this one isn't at Azteca, so the height won't be the altitude won't be as much. It's in Guadalajara, so
Yeah.
that might be.
But the
to
Korea,
the
man,
Koreans'
they
favor.
played some phenomenal football, counterattacking football in that first game. So this will be a really good one, man.
Absolutely,
But
be a lot of
Son
fun.
better pick it up because his bad performance in the first game would have been overshadowed by some others
win,
as the games have
yeah.
gone on. So because they won as well, yeah. So
Yeah. Absolutely. Who you got in this one, Asif?
That's a hard one to pick. This one.
Are we staying away from money lines?
Yeah, I would. I'd say both teams.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be goals. I agree. I agree 100%. I think there
Goals.
will be goals.
Oh wait, the South Korean singer Lisa says goals. You know, it's the song.
The goals song. Yeah.
There you go.
I kind of agree with this though, Ali. I think that home field advantage is going to be massive for Mexico in every game they play.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I see a score draw. Actually, I think Mexico. I
can see a 2-2. That's what I predicted pre-tournament before in my bracket or whatever. I predicted a 2-2 draw. I actually predicted a lot of draws in this group. And one of those didn't come true. I figured Czechia would draw Korea, so it's already blown up. The bracket's already all over the place, So, but I do think this one will be fun. Might be a 2-2, 3-2, something like that. Gonna be goals. But yes, people, we have run way over today. Of course, I expected that though, with a massive England result, massive England performance. Cristiano Ronaldo probably still crying in his cornflakes at the moment, and yep, big up Ghana for the win as well. And Lucho and Colombia getting the 3 points, getting it started. A lot of action coming at you today. And of course, we will be here for all of it. So make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Make sure you got that notification bell on. I'm definitely feeling the love on the 3 Facts shorts. So make sure you're locked in over there as well. Make sure you're locked in on Fire Them Cannons with Anton. Make sure you're subscribed over there as well. Thanks again. And we'll see us next time.